world is buzzing with anxiety as scientists and experts around the globe are sounding alarms. Not about a distant future or some far-fetched scenario, but about the year 2026. Imagine this. You're sitting at your kitchen table, sipping your morning coffee, when suddenly, the news breaks that an unprecedented disaster might hit us in just a few years. Something so catastrophic it could rival the most devastating events in human history. It's like the plot of a blockbuster movie, but with real-life stakes. What makes 2026 such a ticking time bomb? Well, think about the perfect storm of natural disasters and human-made crises that are already brewing. From rising sea levels swallowing coastal cities to extreme weather patterns turning into superstorms, the planet is showing its limits. It's as if Mother Nature is throwing her hands up in frustration, saying, "You've pushed me too far." And scientists are not just watching this unfold. They're scrambling to predict and prepare for what might come next. But here's where it gets really interesting. 2026 isn't just any year. It's a significant milestone. It marks the point where the cumulative effects of climate change could become so severe that they surpass historical records, making it one of the worst disasters in 300 years. Think about the Black Death, the Great Fire of London, or even the Dust Bowl. These events left scars on humanity that took generations to heal. Now imagine a disaster that could do the same, but with technology and infrastructure we're still trying to catch up with. The video opens with a dramatic scene to set the tone for what's about to unfold. A world on edge, where people are whispering about the possibility of catastrophe. This is not just a documentary. It's a warning from the experts who are watching the signs and trying to make sense of the chaos. The stakes are high, but so is our chance to learn, adapt, and maybe even prevent the worst outcomes. So what exactly could happen in 2026? From mega tsunamis triggered by underwater earthquakes to superstorms that could level entire cities, the possibilities are as terrifying as they are fascinating. And with climate change acting like a wild card in this game of chance, we're all playing with fire. The question isn't just what if, but rather, are we ready for whatever comes next? So, you're thinking, all right, I've heard about climate change before, but what does that really mean for the world? Well, picture this. It's not just about melting ice caps or rising sea levels. Climate change is like a slow-moving avalanche, something that seems minor at first, but if left unchecked, can cause massive destruction. Scientists are sounding alarms because we're facing a perfect storm of environmental, political, and technological challenges that could all converge in ways we haven't fully predicted. Geopolitical tensions, often overlooked in the climate change conversation, play a huge role in shaping our future. Think of it as a high-stakes game where countries are playing with fire. Disputes over resources like oil, water, and arable land aren't just about competition. They're about survival. If one region dries up, another might take notice, and things can quickly spiral into conflict. It's not just about who wins or loses. It's about whether we all win at all. Then there's the technological angle, which is both a blessing and a curse. We've made incredible strides in fields like artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and nuclear energy, advancements that could revolutionize our lives. But with great power comes great responsibility and potential for disaster. Imagine if an AI system goes rogue or a new technology accidentally triggers a chain reaction with the environment. The line between innovation and catastrophe is thinner than ever. What makes these risks so dangerous is how interconnected they are. Climate change can exacerbate resource scarcity, which in turn fuels geopolitical tensions. Meanwhile, technological advancements might offer solutions but also introduce new vulnerabilities. It's like juggling flaming torches while standing on a tightrope. Every move has consequences, and one misstep could set everything ablaze. And here's the kicker. These risks aren't just theoretical or distant possibilities. They're happening right now in real time. From extreme weather events that disrupt entire economies to cyber attacks that can cripple critical infrastructure, the world is on a knife's edge. The challenge isn't just identifying these threats. It's understanding how they interact and preparing for the worst-case scenarios we've been warned about. Imagine if your favorite summer vacation spot suddenly turned into a war zone, not because of any human conflict but due to nature's wrath. That's the reality we're facing today with extreme weather events that are becoming more frequent and fiercer than ever before. Hurricanes, floods, and heat waves used to be rare, unpredictable disasters, but now they're showing up like clockwork, like a villain in a superhero movie who keeps coming back stronger every time. Experts say climate change is the real mastermind behind this chaos. Think of it as nature's way of saying, hey, you've been messing with my atmosphere, so I'll throw some curveballs your way. These extreme weather events aren't just random. They're a direct result of rising global temperatures, which are like a slow burn in the oven. Eventually, things start to cook over the edge. Take hurricanes, for instance. They've been getting not only more powerful but also more unpredictable. You might think you've seen it all when a storm rolls in, but now these storms can form faster and travel farther than ever before. It's like trying to catch a tornado with a net. By the time you get close, it's already gone, leaving behind destruction in its wake. Floods are another growing nightmare, especially for coastal cities that were once considered safe havens. Rising sea levels combined with intense rainfall can turn streets into rivers overnight, and buildings into submerged castles. It's like your home is now on a boat, but you forgot to bring the life jacket. Heat waves have also become more frequent and dangerous, turning once mild summers into scorching infernos. People who used to enjoy outdoor activities are now scrambling for shade and ice water, while heat-related illnesses spike like a stock market crash. It's not just about feeling hot. It's about the long-term health risks that come with prolonged exposure to extreme temperatures. Imagine the ground beneath your feet suddenly jerking like a startled cat. That's what an earthquake feels like, and it's one of nature's most dramatic ways of saying, "Hey, I'm still here." Scientists have been tracking these seismic shifts for centuries, but even with all their tools and data, predicting exactly when and where the next big one will strike is like trying to guess which way a hurricane will turn. Earthquakes don't just shake buildings. They can crack the ground open, trigger landslides, and send tsunamis racing across oceans faster than you can say, disaster. The 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake was so powerful it sent waves that killed over 230,000 people in a matter of hours. It's a reminder that even the most advanced technology can't always stop nature from throwing its weight around. Then there are volcanoes, those fiery giants that have been erupting for millions of years. They're not just big rocks spewing lava. They're the Earth's way of releasing built-up pressure, like a giant sigh after holding it in too long. The 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora in Indonesia was so massive it caused what's known as the year without a summer across much of Europe and North America. Crops failed, temperatures dropped, and people were left scrambling to survive. Today, scientists monitor volcanoes using satellites, seismic sensors, and even ground deformation measurements to detect signs of an impending eruption. But even with all that tech, predicting the exact moment a volcano will blow its top is still like trying to guess which coffee shop will run out of your favorite latte first. Tsunamis are another form of Earth's anger, but they're not just waves. They're monsters made of water that can travel thousands of miles in minutes. The 2004 tsunami was caused by the same earthquake that shook the ocean floor, sending a series of towering waves crashing into coastal communities. These waves aren't always preceded by an earthquake. Sometimes they come from underwater landslides or even meteor impacts. Scientists now use deep-sea sensors and real-time data to detect early signs of a tsunami, but the speed at which these waves travel means there's little time for evacuation once they're on the move. In 2011, Japan's Tohoku earthquake and subsequent tsunami devastated coastal cities with such force that it even caused a meltdown at the Fukushima nuclear plant. It's a sobering reminder of how quickly nature can shift from calm to chaos. Modern science is doing its best to keep up with Earth's unpredictable temperament. Seismologists use computer models to simulate potential earthquakes and assess risks in different regions. Volcanic monitoring networks track gas emissions, ground deformation, and seismic activity to determine if a volcano might be about to erupt. For tsunamis, early warning systems now alert coastal communities minutes or even hours before the waves arrive. But despite all these advancements, nature still has the last laugh. The Earth is like an old friend who's been around for billions of years. Sometimes it just decides to throw a party without inviting you. And when it does, we're left trying to catch up with the aftermath. So, what does this mean for 2026? Scientists are on high alert, watching for signs that the Earth might be gearing up for another major disaster. While we can't control nature's temper, we can prepare for it. That means investing in better early warning systems, building stronger infrastructure, and making sure communities know what to do when the ground starts shaking or the ocean turns violent. After all, if history has taught us anything, it's that Earth is always ready to remind us just how powerful and unpredictable she can be. Let's talk about the kind of disasters that aren't caused by nature, but by us, because sometimes humans are the biggest threat to themselves. Imagine a scenario where an old nuclear reactor, maybe one that was shut down decades ago, suddenly starts leaking radiation again. You might think, oh no, not another Chernobyl. But here's the kicker. These reactors aren't just sitting there quietly. They're still in use in many parts of the world, and if something goes wrong, like a power failure or an earthquake, they could become a ticking time bomb. And let's be real, we've already had one nuclear disaster that changed everything, so why take chances with others? Then there are cyber attacks, which might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but they're very real and extremely dangerous. Picture this. A hacker group launches a massive attack on the power grid, causing blackouts across an entire country. Or worse, imagine a hospital's computer system being hacked, making it impossible to access patient records or even administer life-saving treatment. These aren't just abstract threats. They're happening right now, and the consequences could be catastrophic, both for individuals and society as a whole. And let's not forget about pandemics, which have become more than just a buzzword in recent years. The world has seen how quickly a virus can spread across continents, turning hospitals into war zones and economies into ruins. But here's the thing. Pandemics aren't just about viruses. They're also about our own actions. Deforestation, wildlife trade, and climate change are all factors that increase the risk of zoonotic diseases, those that jump from animals to humans. So, while it might seem like we've learned our lesson after the last few years, the truth is we have a lot more work to do. What's even scarier is that these threats aren't just isolated incidents. They're interconnected and can amplify each other. A cyber attack on critical infrastructure could lead to a power outage, which in turn could cause a food shortage or disrupt medical supply chains. Meanwhile, a pandemic could strain healthcare systems so much that they're less equipped to handle another crisis, like a natural disaster or even a nuclear incident. It's like playing a game of Russian roulette with the world's future. So what can we do about it? Well, awareness is the first step. If we start taking these human-made crises seriously and investing in better safeguards, whether it's securing our digital systems, upgrading old infrastructure, or protecting ecosystems, we might just have a chance to prevent some of these disasters from happening in the first place. But remember, ignorance isn't bliss when it comes to threats that could affect millions of lives.